KJ from Metro Hobbies Toys and Games, and today I'm taking a look at set number, LEGO Ideas set number 21324, and that is 123 Sesame Street. Okay, so this is a set that is absolutely packed with detail. I didn't even think that I'd be interested in building the LEGO Sesame Street. You know, like I have some nostalgia, and then it came out and it was there on the shelf and I was like, oh wow, that has got a lot in it. Sesame Street is something that's been around since I think 1968. It's an incredible history really, and I think you should probably have a look at that. But in terms of this set, there's so much detail that they've gone to the trouble of incorporating, and there's clearly a lot of love in this set. This is the little post box, but in order to get the little legs on it, what that actually is, that part, that's a medical syringe for like a doctor in other sets for a minifigure, and they've used those and they've plugged them into the bottom of just your normal 2x2 brick, and they've created the little legs for the post box. Some of those touches, like the unique ways of using parts in order to get the effect that you want to capture it, I think is really special. They've created some special minifigures. So these are exclusive to this set. So if you're a big Sesame Street fan, this is the only way. You've got Ernie, you've got Bert, you've got Big Bird, who has a special part. So Big Bird has skates, normal minifigure part underneath, so your normal minifigure legs. Instead of arms, it's a bit of a softer plastic, so maybe there's like it's not the same, maybe it's the same plastic they've used for the trees. I'd have to look into that actually. And instead of arms, normal Lego arms, they've got bird arms, which I think is just great. And this is a whole piece here for Big Bird. And it's perfect, it works excellent. They've got little skates for him, he's got his little nest or his little home. I'll just want to point this out. This is really incredible. There's a scene from like ages ago with, so Mr. Hooper was one of the first living characters that appeared in Sesame Street. And obviously at some point, perhaps Mr. Hooper was a little bit too old. And there's a scene that Big Bird says, oh, Mr. Hooper has left this drawing of him behind. Somebody else is like, oh, I'm not sure he's going to need that anymore. She's like, oh, I'll hold on to it until he comes back. And they deal with this passing with the other character, and she simply says, I don't think he's not going to be coming back, actually, Big Bird. And then, so there it is. That's the same picture that's there from all those years ago, which would have been, I think maybe even in the 80s when it happened, or even the 70s, that he left, we had to leave the show. So I think that's quite special. There's the homage to Mr. Hooper there, who was the shop owner. So this is Hooper's over here. Right. And they've got so many details, things, and it's not like a full complete build in the sense that it's completely open at the back. So it's not like the modulars, and it's not actually designed to hook up with the modulars. It has a different size base plate. It's separated up, so it's on its own right. But there's so many things that are included in this. In the basement, there's a spider on a spider web. You can only barely see that through the window at the front, but it's there, and you know about it when you build it. They've got a train for Elmo. They've got a little fish print on a fishbowl, which I think is just really special. They've built the bathtub for Ernie. They've got on here, they've got a packet of paper clips for Bert because it's his like passion. So there's a lot of love that's gone into this set. They've got, I don't know if you remember the Yip Yip little creatures. They've got their little alien spaceship just sitting here on the top. Cookie Monster. Who doesn't know Cookie Monster? There you've got Count in there. He's watching his TV show. Look, to be honest with you, I'm not going to go through everything because it's too much, and I don't want to spoil it. I want you to enjoy it as you build it, because this is a massive trip down memory lane for anyone who grew up with Sesame Street. So I did say it won't go with the modulars because the pavement is too high for the modular building series, but it does have these two little Technic socket 1x1s here, and that is a little bit telling that they might have an expansion to this set. This might be number one of a series to go with the Sesame Street. And the reason I say that is that it's the same style that they use for the Lego Harry Potter modulars, and it's the same style that they use with, or a little bit different, but similar sort of idea that they use with the Lego modulars in order to clip them together. They're just done in a different way. They're done in more the way that the Harry Potter ones are done. That's Lego 123 Sesame Street set 21324, and I'm very, very impressed with how much detail I got in this, how much love has got into building this set. Anyone who has even the slightest nostalgia for Sesame Street, because I barely had any, and especially somebody who wants something relaxing or mindful, this is definitely the set. It's so much detail in it, and you can tell the appreciation that's gone into this. Any comments, leave them below, like the video. Of course, all the links are in the description. And if you haven't already, subscribe. Until next time, ciao.